Good afternoon, everyone. We are forecasting a regional severe weather outbreak expected this Thursday, going throughout Friday, bringing strong tornadoes, damaging winds, and even hail down there in the south. As you can see, this is the Storm Prediction Center outlook for day 3, which is Thursday. We have an enhanced risk now out for portions of northeastern Texas, southeastern Oklahoma, through the southern half of Arkansas and most of Mississippi there. Also, northern Louisiana is in that enhanced level 3 to 5 risk for Thursday. We also have a slight risk and a marginal risk around that, where we are expecting more severe weather in this general area. Here's the probabilistic risk here for all hazards, and as you can see, we have a significant hatched region already in place here for pretty much the same areas in the enhanced risk. We also have that 30% chance there for all hazards, so strong tornadoes, damaging winds, and large hail is all expected within this severe weather outbreak for Thursday. And this will also move eastward into Friday, where we will see another threat for severe weather for portions of the southeast there. Tomorrow is when we will get those individual tornado, wind, and hail risks. So I will have another video out tomorrow discussing those risks down here in the south. Which I do think we are going to see a 10% hatch risk for tornadoes, probably a 30% risk for those damaging winds, and a 15% risk for hail. Even have a risk for tomorrow. As you can see, we have a slight risk for severe thunderstorms across some of those areas that will see that severe weather on Thursday, except a little more north. That does have a slight risk for severe thunderstorms, a 5% chance for tornadoes, and a widespread 2% area for tornadoes today. We do have a 15% chance there for 60-mile-per-hour winds, and a significant threat for hail in a small area here in Arkansas. Some large hail is expected. Looking through the GFS model here, this is the 18Z run for today. And as you can see, this is Thursday around 9 a.m. This is when those storms will pop up. So around 3 p.m. Central Time, this is when those storms are going to pop up across the area. You can see kind of a linear storm mode start to really fire off around 6 p.m. So later afternoon hours, and then we go into those evening hours. Those storms start to move eastward here into Arkansas, Louisiana, bringing that QLCS embedded supercell threat to a lot of these areas here in Arkansas, northern Louisiana, going into central Mississippi. Throughout those overnight hours, we go into around the 3 a.m. time frame. That's when we will still see that overnight tornado threat throughout those lines of storms. And as you can see there, no longer, I don't think we are going to see any snowfall there in Oklahoma, rather than just some chilly, heavy rain there for the overnight hours of Thursday into Friday. As you can see, that line of storms heads eastward. That's when you will see that additional severe threat for Friday across the southeast. We will have more details on that tomorrow. As you can see, more of that winter storm threat is going to be much more northward into more Missouri, northern Illinois, going throughout Michigan, Indiana, and then we head throughout more of those New England states where we could see a lot of heavy snowfall there throughout this upcoming weekend. This is going to be Saturday. We will see a lot of heavy snowfall, even a potential ice storm across some of these areas. Not a big one, but definitely some ice threat there for some travel issues and power outages possible. Definitely some strong winds with this storm also. Look at this, 979 pressure there for that low pressure system. Definitely will be a very strong system here moving through for this late week into the weekend. Here we are looking at the NAM 3-kilometer model, significant tornado parameters, and the significant tornado parameter is a little more easier to look at than multiple different models. This is multiple different tornado parameter models kind of mixed together. It is not super reliable at times, but is sometimes a good idea to get a grab of when expecting this tornado threat throughout Thursday. As we head throughout 6 p.m. here, this significant tornado threat does appear to be increasing throughout the 7 p.m. time frame as these storms, as this line of storms start to move eastward into Arkansas. We're going to see this pretty much at its peak around 9 p.m. of Thursday. That we really start to see that embedded tornado threat. Even some supercells might be ahead of this line, which might cause a bigger tornado threat with some of those storms throughout some of those overnight hours. And as you can see, as the line of storms keeps moving through Arkansas and northern Louisiana, still at the edge of that big tornado risk there for some of those embedded supercells and QLCS tornadoes. That does diminish as we head throughout the 12 a.m. hour, but still tornado potential will be throughout that line most of the time. But again, one of those main tornado threat areas are going to be in this general vicinity. So this general vicinity needs to watch out for those tornadoes on Thursday night, especially as a lot of these storms will hit those areas at night. So you won't be able to see these tornadoes. They probably will be rain wrapped as well. So take shelter. If you do get a tornado warning, doesn't matter if you see the tornado or not, you do need to get into that shelter, as you won't be able to see these tornadoes as they do move throughout this line of storms. According to the NAM 3 kilometer model, this line of storms, as you can see here, does not look very dense at all. In fact, it looks just kind of like a skinny line there right against the cold front, as you can see there. And like I was saying, you can see some of these supercells even pop off ahead of this line around 9 p.m. or so. And some of those cells, like, of course, ahead of the line that are heading northeast could be concerning with that tornado potential. Don't forget, some of these embedded supercells could lead to also those embedded tornadoes throughout those overnight hours. So definitely make sure you are very alert on Thursday night going into the overnight hours into Friday morning. Most of Arkansas needs to be definitely on alert. Northern Louisiana as well. I think more the southern portion of this line of storms will be mainly that damaging wind threat, but that tornado threat is still going to be there throughout the entire line of storms, going throughout southern Missouri into even portions of southern Louisiana. But one of that main area, like I said, is throughout this area right here. So damaging winds, tornadoes, and even some large hail is possible throughout Thursday and Friday. We'll keep you updated with these uploads. Tomorrow, a new upload with more down to the wire detailing to keep you updated. But share this with any friends or family that may live in this area that might be impacted by this severe weather outbreak, or even the rest of the storm that might bring ice and snow. Make sure to subscribe to the channel if you are new and turn on post notifications. You won't miss a single upload or live stream for this storm or upcoming storms this storm season. But as always, I'll see you in the next one. Stay safe.